Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the Princess of The Sims 2. We are here with Marylena. Welcome back to Deanwood Stories. A lot of welcome backs in this moment. But this is Deanwood Stories, Marylena Finds Love, episode 4. We are 4 episodes in, and this will most likely be the second last episode. I hope you're all enjoying Marylena's journey. So I have some updates. Right now, we can see she's in her apartment and she's working on a painting. And then you can obviously see there's a dog in the house. Marylena, in fact, did not get a dog, but instead, this is Scribble. Remember Scribble from the park? There have been some recent developments. No, Akil did not move in, but Akil is a fisherman. And so when he has to go for his trips, usually he brings Scribble over to a friend or somewhere else to stay while he goes away to do his trips when he goes fishing. And now that Marylena is his friend in Deanwood, he asked Marylena if she would be okay to keep Scribble for just a couple of days. It's been like 2 days. Instead of having him have to drag back into his old town and drop Scribble off at an old friend's house. And of course, Marylena was like, that is super fine. And why, you ask? Because she rolled a want to obtain a pet. And so this is basically her obtaining Scribble for a 2-day weekend. So it is Saturday morning, and Marylena decided to paint, and Scribble is doing what Scribble does. So we do have some updates. I did play off camera for a little bit just because there has to be some time that passes for the relationship to develop, right? So, progress. We did go to work and we've been running the salon, and we finally hit rank 3 and we got our perk, which was $10,000. And then that work day, Marylena made $12,000. So 2,000 of that 12,000 was something she made herself without the perks. We then put that money towards her loan, and so her loan went from 41,500 to, I believe, 24,000. So she's about almost halfway through paying off her loan, which is so exciting. She's doing such a killer job. We also upped the price for each of the styling chairs, and so now each haircut will cost $120, and I think that's pretty fitting because you're getting a new style and you're getting a makeover, like with your makeup done. So we made some adjustments that way. Also, some progress and updates on Jasmine, the employee at the hair studio. Jasmine has actually been doing a really good job. She even had the grit and strength to do the hair of Janet, and Janet is the woman who actually adopted Jasmine's 2 nephews, Blaze and Charm. If you watch that first episode that I have of Deanwood, then you'll recognize Janet. She came over to adopt Sydney Stewart's twins. And Jasmine held her professionalism and did her hair, and it was a great moment, and it really showed Marylena that Jasmine was able to separate the personal and professional. She also did take her breaks. She was still chatty with folks, but it wasn't taking away from any of her work ethic, and she's really been doing a good job. She did a lot of clients, and yeah, she's just been doing great. So I think she was off to a rocky start. I think she was a bit distracted, a lot going on at home, and it was hard to separate the two, but I think Marylena really did talk to her, and she's got her head in the game, so Jasmine's gonna stay around. So it is Saturday morning. We have Scribble with us today, and so you can see we have her pet food and some toys and stuff that she can play with, and Marylena is painting. So I do want to talk about what Marylena is painting. She is actually painting a picture for, like, a custom image for her best friend Lavaine. If you remember in the last episode, Lavaine is the one who gave her a bit of a pep talk before the date. Lavaine's husband, James, has been calling and ringing down Marylena's phone, and that's because he actually wants to throw Lavaine, his wife, a surprise party. And so James wants to do that, and of course Marylena is 100% down, and so she is going to actually be being a part of the planning process. And so she wants to gift Lavaine, who's an art fanatic, she wants to gift her a painting that she made, and so she's working on her gift right now. So this is the painting, and it's like a winter themed painting because by the time Lavaine's birthday comes around, it will definitely be winter. There's only 1 day left of fall anyway. So that is that pretty painting over there, and Scribble's doing pretty good. She is going to be chilling. So Akil brought over her pet bed, and then he brought over her food and her toy and her pet bowl. So Marylena is going to come over here and fill the bowl up. so that she has food to eat. So we're gonna let Marylena do some bonding with Scribble. He's a cutie, and I want her to love Scribble. You know what I mean? Like, let's play Razzle. Yeah, I want Marylena and Scribble to get along. I think that they're the cutest ever. Give love, let's feed a treat. A $1 treat. Yeah, and so we just want them to bond a little bit because Scribble's a big part of Akil's life. So I guess we'll go outside and play fetch. And Marylena definitely wants to move out of this place. She's been living here for a while. And it's just a bit noisy. Like, the neighbors are always noisy. They're always playing something, doing something. And it's getting to her a little bit for sure. And I think she does, like I said, she wants a family. And so she wants more space since she's only in a 1-bedroom. So we're going to play a little bit of fetch with Scribble, which I think is literally the cutest thing ever. Good boy. That's it. Play. Come on. Play a little more. I think Scribble, his fun is maxed. Let's go. Go get it. Go get it. Good. Good job. Okay, that's pretty much all they want to play. We're at 32. Let's, not yell at. Let's teach to come here. Maybe she's like, let's show your dad a new trick. Come here. Good job. And so she's just bonding with the cute dog. Bonding with Scribble, and just wants to have something prepped for, I don't know why that book is on her arm like that. Wants to have something. Look at LaShawn with her new hairdo. Very cute. All thanks to Marylena. Come here. Come here. She went inside, changed, and then went out again. That's funny. Good. So Marylena is going to get ready for the day because it is Saturday after all. I wonder if my time is slowed. It is. Good. So she's going to use the washroom and clean up a bit. And Akil did say that he's going to come over, obviously, to pick up his dog. And so we're going to, I'm thinking that we make some food and have, like, I guess not really a picnic, but like something like that. So let's find these lunch meat sandwiches. It's definitely lunch. Serve a lunch. I have so much custom food in my game. Grilled chicken salad, that sounds good. Fried chicken, that sounds good too. Lunch meat sandwiches, period. So she's gonna make some sandwiches, and I think that's like the perfect picnic-esque food. Like a sandwich with like some deli meat, you know. I did get a default replacement for the sandwiches, so I'm very excited to see how it looks. It's my first time using it. I'm gonna do a video all about food in The Sims 2 and like custom foods, cultural foods, all of that, because it's a big deal to me. So look at these delicious sandwiches. I got a custom default replacement for the lunch meat sandwiches, so they look really, really yummy and more full. There's cheese, there's lettuce. It's not just like bread and ham. So Marylena is going to eat her sandwich and Scribble is chilling. Once she's done having her sandwich, she'll have a bit of tea, and then I think she will go ahead and head to the park with Scribble, take Scribble on a walk a bit, and meet up with Akil there so he can pick up his dog. So we're gonna put the sandwiches in her inventory so she'll have them at the park. All right, so we are here at the park. Scribble ran forward, and so Marylena is like, Scribble, Scribble, no. Trying to get Scribble's attention because he has a mind of his own for real. So it looks like they're playing fetch over the fence there, which is really interesting. But Marylena's just having a good time, honestly. Good job. She's having a good time. Akil said that he'd be here any moment to pick up Scribble, and so she's just enjoying her last few moments with him before he has to go. I think she's really enjoyed having Scribble around. Can you go away, sir? What's wrong with you? They have a pretty good relationship. 35. They're not friends yet, but it It's only been 2 days after all. Does Scribble like Marylena? Yeah, Scribble likes Marylena a lot. 49, almost 50. So they're soon on their way to become really great friends, and that's what's important. So Akil will be here any moment, so we're gonna let them have some fun. I think Marylena's enjoying this, and I think they'll play some razzle after as well. Bring back the stick. Good. We're gonna play some razzle because I think the Scribble needed some chew, which is one of their motives for pets. Chew right here, yeah. I think Scribble was probably bored at the apartment. I'm sure most dogs that live in apartments want to run around and like do more and have more fun. So it's nice that Marylena brought Scribble out here to play and have some fun. We have Akil here in the cut. He's come to pick up his animal. He's like, man, she looks really good today. I guess she's wearing a different outfit, so hey, ay. So I guess they should talk a bit. She's definitely gonna greet him again and give him a little kiss, darling. It's my favorite anyway. Y'all already know how I feel about the kiss. She's like, hey, you're back. Oh my gosh. And he's like, of course. I told you 2 days, right? I wasn't gonna dump my dog on you. So I think they'll hang out a bit. And then he also has a want to be very close friends. Perfect. So I think they'll hang out and chat, and he's probably going to be like, yeah, the trip went really well. Caught a lot of fish, and so I'm looking forward to stocking up the farmer's market and just making sure that everything's on point. And then she's like, oh, that's amazing. I put headlines off, so I'm going to put it back on. So yeah, I think she's kind of just like, that's actually really great. And he's like, how was it with Scribble? And then she will definitely be like, honestly, Scribble was so much fun. I had so much fun with her these past 2 days. It's been really, really awesome and enjoyable. And yeah, it took my mind off work and stuff. And he's like, ah, don't even get me started on work. I want to talk about other things. I don't know. They're chatting and talking and having fun. And yeah, I think he has a good balance on things. When it's work time, it's work time. But when it's enjoyment, it's enjoyment, you know. But I think Marylena's thinking about that loan in the back of her head. 41,000. So sometimes it's hard. Oh, they're talking about art. Okay, nice. Marylena will definitely mention, oh, you know, I'm actually going to be, I'm actually painting something for my best friend. Her birthday's coming up, and so I want to really be a part of her surprise, and I want to paint her something really lovely that she can hang up in her home and remember me with, since she's super into art. And he's like, wow, that's really cool. Like, are they gonna have like music? What kind of music will they have at the party? I could definitely help with that. And she's like, oh, like, you should totally come. You should come to the party. Like, that would be amazing. So I think Marylena is chatting and enjoying. You can definitely see she looks happy. And that's what we want. Whoa, who's that? That's what we want. We want Marylena to find some love, man. We need some loving. And so they're talking. Okay, Scribble is there digging away, but it's the park, so I guess we won't be mad. Are they? Oh, I thought they were. Oh, that's Teresa. Love the suit, bathing suit girl. Scold for being filthy. I think Akil should probably do that since it's his dog. Scold for being filthy. Oh, Teresa came up to her. She did her hair at the salon anyway, so she's like, okay, cool. She's like, sorry, Akil, just give me a second to beat her in rock, paper, scissors. He's like, no problem. Scribble, stop digging holes and stuff. But then he'll definitely rub her belly because he misses him. Sorry, his belly. He misses him, and Teresa kind of interrupted their conversation, but that's okay. That's okay. Marylena's doing the polite thing, like, yeah, anytime you need anything, come by my salon. Like, I'm happy to help. And so I think he's just gonna give his dog some love, feed him a treat, and just rub him a bit, you know, stroke him a bit. Marylena's like, yeah, take care. Okay, bye. She goes back to, you know, be with who she really does want to be with. So I think she'll say something a bit flirty to him. Kind of like, you know, I kind of missed you when you were gone. It's interesting. Teresa's in a whole bathing suit, but he's like eyes locked on Marylena. And I like that. It's like a one woman type of man. Oh, something happened, y'all. Did we see those hearts? They definitely, they are like feeling each other. I love. And sometimes it's nice to like take it a bit slower. You know, like with The Sims, I'm sure you've all been playing for so long that you've seen so many first kisses and so many woohoos. But it's kind of nice sometimes to just take it a little bit slow. You know, take it slow, take it steady. Yeah, he has no other bolts for anyone else, so I like that. Marylena definitely flirted with him, and I think she'll flirt again, and she'll say something sweet. Yeah. And then I think he will tell her a joke, like a dirty joke, let's say. Because I guess, you know, it goes with the vibe. Oh, it's getting late. Okay. So Akil is now suggesting, you know, thank you so much for taking care of Scribble. You know, I'd love to invite you back to my place for dinner. Like, would that be something you'd like to do? And I think Marylena is definitely like, I would love that. Absolutely. And so he is feeling her, honey. He's gonna drive all of them back to his place. All right, so we are at Akil's house. So this is his house. He lives literally in the woods and not very far from the bus stop that you just saw flash right there. Yep, definitely a cabin in the woods kind of vibe. He lives very close to the farmer's market, and so I think that's a benefit because work is only a walk away, which I really like. I wish that I worked close to where I lived. I think we all do because commuting sucks. Anyway, so he's out here and he's just thanking her for coming by and giving her a little bit of a caress, a little bit of some loving, which I really do appreciate. I think he's a, what's the word, expressive kind of dude. And yeah, I think he really likes her. I think she really likes him. And so they're going to just have a moment and just a little bit of a hug and, you know, a little bit of a squeeze. And I think James is here. That's interesting. That's Lavaine's husband. I think he's just going to be like, I'm just really excited that we could spend some time together. I'm really happy that I'm back from my trip. I missed you a lot. And she's like, I missed you a lot too. I think they're both scared because they're falling quite fast. But I think they're also both ready to, I don't know, to jump into the deep end, you know? To jump into the deep end and try something new and open up their hearts and try. And yeah, I think that they're ready for that. And so he's just kind of, you know, pulling out all the stops. While they're doing that, I am going to show you his house. So it's very much a cottage in the woods type of vibe, but the inside is beautiful and modern. And of course, I built this home and decorated it myself. So we have the kitchen and cluttered it myself as well. I hate when this happens with the counters. Alrighty, so this is his home. It's cottagey on the outside, but modern on the inside. So on the inside, he has this small little kitchen here. He has a heater, some shoes, a scarf that he hangs up, another one here as well with a towelette, trash can, some clutter, you know. There's actually supposed to be a sink right here. So this is the kitchen, and it's just quite simple, quite quaint. I wanted there to be like a bigger island, but I think that this home can be renovated a little bit in the future should he want to change anything, make anything different. So just a simple kitchen for now. Then on this side, we have this really nice dining area. There's all his CDs in the back here, some really nice artwork. And then these like different types of chairs. I don't know how you would describe these. Not wicker, but like almost tropical-esque with like a rustic table and a nice plant. And I thought this was a nice touch, of like cultural touch, because he definitely does have like a Southeast Asian kind of vibe. And so maybe he appreciates these handcrafted types of furnitures. And so he has his laptop here where he can, you know, do all his work and stuff. Of course, we have Scribble's pet bowl over there. Now we have a bit of like a mud room that separates the outside backyard to the dining room. And in this mud room here, he basically has his music where he can listen to some old records. He has this packing station where he can pack single crates of fish. So he does his fish packing back here. And then he also has a toy making station back here as well, because that's something he likes to do, just like fiddling around with things and making things. That's his vibe. So yeah, in this corner we have a bathroom. This is just a full bath, a really nice one. We have a hamper back here and a hamper on the wall as well. So Yep. Oh, and then this is the living room. I love these art pieces because, again, I think that they speak to his cultural background, and he appreciates his culture, and so he always wants little pieces of that everywhere. So having like the elephant and having this type of like a leaf type of thing, it's a vibe for him. He has his headphones. He has a Scribbles bone on the floor there, some magazines, a TV, and some art. He definitely likes the finer things. He looks rugged, but he appreciates high quality items. He is a money sim, a financial sim, a wealth sim, a fortune sim, after all. All right, and then in the garage, he just has this old car that he's working on. He hasn't had much time to work on it, honestly. And then he has his truck out here in the garage, or in the driveway, rather. Upstairs. All right, so we come upstairs. We have Scribble, who ran upstairs to go to sleep, it seems. Her bed is up here, so she's returned the bed, Marylena. We have his bathroom. I am noticing that some of the wall is not covered, so I'm just gonna pop in, just pretend you didn't see that. So he has his washroom, and it's just like a full bath. You have your shower, you have your sink, a hamper, and like a dress shirt that he keeps with him in the washroom to iron. And then this room is not done, and there isn't really a purpose for it. It's just kind of like filler. All right. And then down the hall here are 2 bedrooms. And so if he had kids or wanted to have an office or something like that, this would be where he would do that, home gym. I don't know if he wants to have kids or not. I mean, if he's going to be with Marylena, then this house is going to be full because she wants a big family. And then Scribbles in the hallway, of course. And then this is his bedroom. It's kind of just plain right now. He just moved in anyway. So he has his bed sheets, his end tables. He likes that kind of rustic vibe. He has his closet back here. And then on this corner, he just has a bunch of stuff that he needs to figure out where in the house he's going to put them. His gym bag, some chairs, some vases, some shoes, just some things that he still needs to kind of figure out where they're going to go. And that's pretty much the house. 2 washrooms and 3 bedrooms. And a nice garage. And there's obviously a backyard here as well. A very small one, but one nonetheless. But the house isn't really, he hasn't styled it yet fully. And so there will definitely be changes, of course. And he's invited her for dinner. So he's just going to be like, yeah, like, let's head in. I'll give you a bit of a tour. And so let's pretend they're coming back from the tour I just gave you. And he's like, and finally, here is the kitchen, my dining space. I like that he waited for her to sit down before he sat down. I thought that was really cute. And I think that he'll just kind of hold her hands. And we'll get a little bit of a moment here with them. And I think he's basically going to be like, I really like you. And I'm happy that we get to spend time together. And she's like, I'm really happy you invited me. And I really like you as well. And I think he's going to check in. I think that's very important as well. You got to check in if you're in a relationship. You don't want to be on 2 separate pages, right? So I think he's going to ask her, like, do you think things are moving too fast? Do you think things are moving too fast? Or like, you know, am I doing anything that makes you feel uncomfortable? Like, I know I already dropped Scribble off at your home. And she's like, you don't have to worry about a thing. Like, I'm super happy with how things are going. And honestly, I missed you a lot when you were gone. And so I'm just happy that you're back and that we get to spend time together. And so I think she will now blow him a kiss and reassure him as well and be like, I'm all in and I'm here and I'm ready for the journey. If you're ready for the journey, he's definitely ready for the journey. So he's like, she's probably going to say like, oh, so like, what are you going to cook? You know, what's for dinner? And so he is now going to go to the kitchen. And what does he have? She does have those sandwiches. So I think she'll give them to him because she did make those lunch meat sandwiches after all. But they just got so caught up in their conversation that she never got to. So I think right now she'll just be like, I did pack you these sandwiches and I just kind of want you to have them so that you can have some lunch for tomorrow. And so she's going to give him these sandwiches here that she made. I know this is very formal, but he's like, you didn't have to pack me a lunch. And she's like, no, I just wanted to make sure you're good. And he's like, thanks so much. I appreciate that. And so I think he'll give her a bit of a hug and then ask her, like, did you want a drink? Did you want a drink, honey? Because we got some. While I cook, like, you can definitely. So he's like, thanks so much. I appreciate that. And so I think he will bust out some drinks. So Akil has got into the fridge and he's like, hey, did you want a drink? I have some water, some wine. But he also took out the cake, that leftover cake that they had from the restaurant here. Remember when they went to the restaurant and some girl, Rain, tried to steal his cake and so he decided to take his to go? he had that left over in the fridge. And so I think the cake is reminding Marylena of the cake that she wants to make for Lavaine's birthday. So I think she's gonna talk to him and tell him, like, you know, this is basically what I'm planning. My best friend's having a surprise birthday and I want to make the cake. And he's like, I would love to be down on that. And she's like, yeah, and I don't know how to bake. I'm not the worst chef in the world, but I don't know how to do all the things, and so help me. We have this one slice of restaurant cake, so we can try and replicate the flavor. And he's like, that is funny and odd at the same time, but you know what? I'm down. If you want to try and replicate this restaurant cake, I will save this slice and we can do that together. It's a date. And so I think that she'll tease him a little bit and be like, I like that you're up to my shenanigans. I like that you're open-minded and down for my shenanigans. And he's like, okay there, don't get too excited because I know what might come out of my mouth. And so I think that she will hug him and just be like, I'm just really glad that we connect and get to spend time together. And yeah, baking will be so fun. And he's like, you sit down with your fine self and let me cook for you. And so he's going to make something. What should he make, y'all? What would you make a girl that you like? Make a group meal. We'll do like chicken and veg. Feijo? I don't know. But it's basically chicken and veg. So she is going to explore the home a little bit. Maybe watch some TV, I think. Now that he's cooking. And I think he'll let her know. She's going to go watch some TV while he cooks. And he'll let her know when things are done. And it seems like he's making like a really nice culture. She's like, that looks almost as good as you. Seems like he's making a bit of a cultural meal. I'm seeing some beans here, which who doesn't love a good cultural home cooked meal? He's like, Lena, it's ready. She's like, Lena? Because, you know, people don't really call her that. So I think I guess she's going to serve it. So he'll come by and eat this. Ooh, that looks really delicious. Okay, Chef Akil. We got some beans, we got some salad, some white rice, a bit of an egg moment with some veg. Ooh, that looks delish. And he definitely busts out the champagne, because that's very important on a bit of a date. And so he's like, yeah, I just wanted to cook for you and say thank you so much for, you know, keeping Scribble. I know that Scribble can be a lot. She's like, not a problem. So I think that they're going to definitely have a bit of a toast. And he'll be like, yeah, I took out some champagne, so enjoy. Looks like something a guy would totally whip up. Just all these flavors deconstructed into one. Like, that's so funny to me. But yeah, she's enjoying. He's enjoying. They are both enjoying their time. I think she also likes his home a lot. It's very roomy. She enjoyed the tour. And yeah. So what do we think, y'all? Should Marylena go home tonight? Or should she stay the night? I don't know. I don't want them to move too fast, but like they've been, you know, seeing each other for a bit. And yeah, she did want to, I think he'll caress her hands and I think he'll blow her a kiss as well. And whoa, surprise engagement. No. Not at the dinner table at your home. And so I think he's going to be like, would you like to stay over? Like, that's totally an option, but no pressure. She's like, let's see how the night goes. Let's get the hunger all the way up, girl. It might be a long night. You never know. You never know. Awesome. So she finished. I think he will just clean up their plates. And I think that she will excuse herself and go to the washroom, which he did show her is back here. So she'll probably take a look at the toy station. And he's like, no worries. I'm going to clear up the dishes. Let me know when you're good. She's like, of course. I'll just go to the washroom for a sec. It's right down here, right? He's like, yeah, just down the hall. Perfect. And so she's definitely walking past the toy station and the fish crates as she's headed to the washroom. And I think that Marylena right now is thinking, like, this guy is literally amazing. Like, he has this career that he's passionate about. He's an entrepreneur like me. And he also likes making toys. And, like, I want a big family. Like, I would love a guy who, like, hand makes toys for our kids. Like, it's feeling so perfect. yeah, so let's have her go to the washroom and gussy up a little bit. The washroom is really nice too. So she's gonna gussy up and kind of just like talk herself down from anxieties. Like, is this too good to be true? Like, am I just going crazy? Did I just meet like a literal angel, or am I out of my mind? Am I out of my league? Is he too good for me? I think Marylena often struggles with insecurities like that. Remember when he turned her down at the farmer's market and she was like, I am a rat. He thinks I'm a rat. He thinks I'm ugly. I cannot do this. So I think right now she kind of is worried that like everything is seeming too good to be true, and like he just seems so kind, and she doesn't want to mess it up. She doesn't want to mess it up, and she feels like she would be the one to mess it up at this point. Oh, Marylena, you're in your head, girl. You're way too in your head. So let's wash your hands and then head back out. You got this, girl. Just believe in yourself and communicate your insecurities with him. Communication is key. All right. So he's out here chilling, waiting for her, it seems. So let's have Marylena come here and join him. And fun fact, I do not have a script for this. I am going with the flow, okay? We're just seeing the vibes, okay? We're seeing the vibes. So he's going to be like, all right, are you okay? Everything good? And she'll be like, yeah, everything's perfect. So then he'll be like, come here. And he'll hold her. Hold your woman. Yeah, he'll hold her and just kind of like reassure her a bit. Like, everything's good. Like, don't even worry. I got you. You know, you don't have to be too nervous. Like, yeah, if there's anything you're feeling, like, just let me know type of thing. And so they're enjoying each other's time. And she's like, thanks for that. I needed a bit of a reassurance moment. So I kind of feel like Marylena's going to go home. What do you guys think? Oh my gosh, not Scribble coming here to ruin the moment. What's going on, Scribble? Oh, she's going to eat. Oh, he's going to eat. Oh, you're literally starving. Is there food in here? There is. Good. Come down and have something to eat. Why do you wait until you're starving to eat, though? You know? So they're talking and, you know, talking about sports or something. I don't think she knows much about sports anyway. She just does her little stretches and workouts. We'll have them cuddle again. Sorry. And I think this time he'll go for it. And I think he'll definitely try and do a bit of a peck. A bit of a kissy kiss. Oh, okay. Beautiful. Oh, okay, Marylena, you're feeling him. Okay. Let's go into a not a makeout. Sorry, I got ahead of myself here. I love that she's like nuzzling his neck and like taking some initiative and doing what she wants to do and not being too in her head about it. Who is this? Who is this coming in the house? I don't understand. I do not understand why this person is coming into the house. Is she going through the back door? She literally just walked in. This is Catherine, who is Marylena's good friend and actually trusted client, and she just came into the house. So I'm gonna let's see what she wants. I think they should just talk, and let's see what happens. Marylena's like, Catherine, how did you get in here? Catherine looks a bit drunk. Okay, interesting. He's like, wait, you know her? And Akil's definitely confused. Scribble is okay. So Marylena's like, what are you doing here? She's like, I was walking and I was trying to get to the farmer's market. I was trying to get home from the farmer's market. I got off on the wrong bus and now I'm here and I'm just confused, and I saw you from the window and I came. She's like, you saw me from the window and you came inside to his house? Have you been here before? And so Akil is like, what do you mean, have you been here before? I don't know her. Oh, they do know each other and they don't like each other. Interesting. So Akil's going to sit and watch the argument. Akil's like, what do you mean? You literally interrupted our moment. I think that Marylena's going to be upset and also a little bit distrusting. Like, have you been here before? How do you know where he lives? All right, so Akil's obviously concerned, like, Marylena, I don't know her. She literally just walked into my house. And Marylena is trying to follow her, and she's like, I don't understand. Have you been here before, Catherine? Tell me the truth. Do you know him? Have you regularly been into this house? She's like, what are you talking about? I've met him. He's a jerk face. I don't like him. And I've never been here before. I literally told you I got lost. This is the only house past the farmer's market. I saw the lights on. I saw you in the window, and I came inside. And your door wasn't locked. So that's on you. Marylena's like, you're lying. You two are probably hooking up, and you're doing that, and I don't even know. And Catherine's like, I don't even know that you like this guy. I haven't even talked to you since the salon incident with Jasmine. Marylena's like, don't try and play me. I know that you've been here before. You probably have seen the whole tour and everything, right? Does Scribble know you? You know his dog? And like, Marylena right now is what we like to call self-sabotaging. Absolutely self-sabotaging. And she's going down and downhill very fast. Catherine got lost from the farmer's market, and this is the only house this direction anyway. So she came by, she saw the lights on, and she came inside, not knowing that they were literally having a hot and heavy moment on the couch. And she does know Akil, and she does not like him, but she wasn't here to hook up with him, and I think we all know that to be the case. Look at their relationship. It's way too low for there to be any sort of, there's not even any chemistry. So I think Akil is sitting there, and he's really concerned, like, what's going on? How did this turn from being upset some stranger walked into my house to you accusing me of sleeping with her? So I think he's going to say, Catherine, can you please go? Sorry about everything. The next bus comes in 10 minutes. Please head out. And I think that now Akil is like, I don't understand. So I think he and Marylena definitely have to talk. So he kind of turns to Marylena. He's like, I don't understand. You think I slept with her? And Marylena's like, then tell me how she knows where you live. What are the odds she's coming to your house on a Saturday night? Because she's been here before. He's like, I've literally been out of town. I gave you my dog. I don't understand. That's ridiculous. So that's the type of person you think I am? And then she's like, well, I don't know who you are, Akil. I don't know anything about you besides you turning me down at the farmer's market and then changing your mind. Maybe that's the type of person you are. Maybe you just change your mind all the time. He was like, that's laughable. Change my mind all the time. I committed to coming to Deanwood, not knowing anybody here. Me and Scribble bought this whole cottage, and I've been trying to figure things out, and I thought that we had an understanding. She's like, I don't understand anything. I don't understand a random woman walking into your house, my friend nonetheless, on a Saturday night. I don't understand that. Did you go to the fishing trip at all, or were you just lying to me? And he's like, Marylena, what are you talking about? This is crazy. I don't know her. I met her one time. She was rude to me, and that was it. And Marylena's like, please, I'm done. I'm not going to listen to your lies anymore. I look so stupid. I'm trusting you, thinking that we're falling in love, and really you're playing me the entire time. So Marylena's like, you can have your fun. I'm going home. Don't call me. And Akil's like, what? Marylena, wait. Marylena, girl, you are in your head. So Marylena has literally gone home and left Akil outside with Scribble. And he's like, okay, well, it's just me and you, Scribble. It's just me and you. I've never seen them do that with the fetch. So it's so cute. So I think he has a lot on his mind. So he's just going to be outside and watch Marylena walk off and throw sticks at Scribble. But yeah, Marylena was definitely in her head. I think he's going to try and call her. All right, so Akil is definitely concerned. He's tried to call Marylena a couple of times just to be like, where are you? Like, is everything okay? Like, please get back to me. So he has had this smart idea to reach out to Marylena's best friend, the one he keeps hearing about with all the birthday party shenanigans, Lavaine. And so he's going to reach out to Lavaine and ask her if she knows anything, or if she has a moment to come by, or just kind of like to talk him down because he's feeling super stressed. So he sent out his email. Let's have him wait for her to arrive, and just put away some of the leftovers and maybe clean the counter. Okay. Oh, Levane is here. Perfect. So we'll have him come out here and greet her with a earthy hug. So Levane is Marylena's best friend. And he's definitely concerned because he's never seen her that way. So he's like, thanks so much for coming. Like, I really appreciate that. And she's like, of course. Like, please. Oh, he has 3 bolts with her as well. That's very interesting. Okay. And so I think they're going to chat. And he's going to just kind of be like, honestly, I don't know what happened. She's like, okay, start from the beginning. Explain to me what's going on. And he's like, I invited her over for dinner. She came over. We were sitting on the couch. We started kissing and everything was fine. And then all of a sudden, Catherine walks into my house. Levane's like, Catherine walked into your house? He's like, Catherine walks into my house. And then, not you thinking she's attractive. Catherine walks into my house and then starts slurring her words and just acting weird. And I thought Marylena was upset with Catherine for roaming into my home because, you know, the trespassing, right? But Marylena was actually upset. And then Levane's probably laughing like, not trespassing. So Catherine drunkenly walks into your house and he's like, yeah, she walks into my house. Okay, and then what happened? And then he's like, well then, after she walks into the house, I thought Marylena was on my side and upset because Catherine walked into the house. But really, Marylena was upset at me because Catherine walked into the house. So then Levane's like, why would she be upset at you? Like, this just gets worse and worse. And he's like, no, she was upset at me because she thought Catherine frequents this house. She thinks that I have invited Catherine over before and we've slept together or done something together or woohoo together. And that Catherine just knows her way to my place because she's been here before. And Levane's like, what? Are you sure? That seems so far-fetched. And Akil's like, I know. And then she storms off after screaming my head off. And I don't know where she's gone. And it's pretty late right now. So Levane is like, well, let's start with going inside. It's a little bit dark out here. Let's go inside. And he's like, sure, I'm so sorry. Have a seat. Do you want anything to drink or any sort of coffee or anything? I can, get you a drink. And he's like, oh, he's rolling some wants, y'all. Flirt with Levane. Okay, interesting. Remember, Levane has a history of going for her best friend's ex. She used to be friends with Ivy. So Akil is going to go to the kitchen and just grab Levane something to drink, seeing as he didn't really offer her anything anyway. And so she is going to come and grab one. It's pretty late. It's a Saturday night. And Akil is really stressed out. And he's just like, ugh, like, none of this is supposed to happen. Levane's like, don't stress too much about everything. Marylena has, her insecurities. She has her thing, and everybody has their thing, and this happens to be hers, and she'll get over it. She'll come to her senses and realize, you were away on a fishing trip. How could you have slept with somebody else? And he's like, I just don't want her to be upset, and I just want to make sure she's okay. Look at one of his fears, getting rejected for engagement by Marylena, and the death of Marylena. Interesting that he wants to flirt with Levane, though. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So they're drinking their Coronas, their beers, in silence. I think that they'll finish off their drinks and put them on the counter, I guess. I think that there's, a little bit of, I think we'll check her out. Once you drink something, sometimes you end up checking somebody out. That didn't kill the want. This is what the Sims want anyway. He definitely, the more he drinks, the more he starts to feel attracted to her. Okay, that want to flirt definitely went away. Interesting. So she's talking with him. I don't see them getting flirty. She doesn't have any wants for him. Instead, she has a want to play with Marylena. Watch TV, be congratulated. Okay. So I think Akil is going to just be like, thanks for coming by and just being a great friend. Okay, but she finds him attractive as well. But they're not going there. No, they're not going there. They're not crossing the line. They find each other attractive, but they're not crossing the line. And I can respect that. So Levain kept him company, talked him down, and basically said, Marylena does this. She gets in her head a lot, and there's nothing to be worried about. So just take care. You know, don't drink too much. He's like, I got you. I got you. I got you. So he's going to put away all the drinks and just clean up. And I think after he cleans up, he's going to give Marylena a call and just try and be like, I don't understand how things, you know, really turned so left, but I just want to make sure you're okay. Like, even if you can just tell me you're home safe, like that would even be enough for me. And she didn't answer. Interesting. Okay, so I think that he is going to go and take his shower upstairs. Akil is super stressed right now, so he's going to go and take his shower. And then he'll also, yeah, I think that makes sense for him to go and take a shower right now, de-stress, and just kind of try and clear his mind, because he's just so confused. Things were going so good, and then all of a sudden they turn for the worse. And it is midnight, so it's quite late. I think that he's kind of waiting and hoping that Marylena will come by still and like come back or something. So Akil is definitely just kind of standing outside and kind of hoping that Marylena will come back, and just feeling a bit stressed and feeling bad and worried about this misunderstanding. And this is actually really triggering for Akil, to have an argument with someone and they storm out. It's really, really triggering for him. And so he's kind of outside taking his mind off things, playing with Scribble, and just hoping that she comes back, hoping that she's okay. But yeah, it is quite triggering for him. All right, so we are back at Marylena's place. It is 11 o'clock, I believe. And not 11, it's 10 o'clock. And she is furious and hurt and embarrassed. And she's about to come and lounge on her couch and just kind of think about everything. It's been pretty garbage. She's definitely reflecting on her behavior and is slightly embarrassed by herself. Yeah, she overreacted. Let's talk about it. Marylena is someone, she's still growing, right? You can even see her age panel here. She's a fairly new adult. She's, you know, creative and taking on huge things at a young age, and she's also has this huge desire to find love and to be happy and to just have like this family unit, right? And so ultimately, all Marylena wants is to know that she's someone's number one. She doesn't have family. She just has a bunch of friends that she's deemed her chosen family, but she doesn't have, you know, her person. And all her friends seem to have someone, whether it's a complicated relationship, whether it's a beautiful marriage. Everyone has someone, and she doesn't. And so when she was there, she went into the washroom, she gave herself that pep talk. She was basically trying to calm herself down and reassure herself that Akil's a good guy. Yes, he came out of nowhere. Yes, we don't know him that well, but like, I'm allowing myself to fall in love. I'm putting my wall down. I'm putting my guard down. And so for them, when they were kissing and cuddling on the couch, and then Kat walks in, Catherine, immediately it just made her feel like, yet again, I'm stupid. I did the wrong thing. I can't trust anyone. People are out to get me. I'm just not good enough. You know? And I think that's where that rage came, where it's like, well, what is she doing here? What is Catherine doing here? And she must have been here before. And you must have lied to me about your fishing trip. She was probably here all along. You live in the middle of nowhere. How could someone stumble upon your home? Like, you're lying to me. You're embarrassing me. And I'm not going to let you do that to me. And she storms out. And really, like, there's no grounds for any of her accusations, right? Yeah, it's totally weird that Catherine came into the house randomly, but she went to the farmer's market. She had too much to drink. Y'all saw there's only one bus stop there anyway. And it's very likely that she could get lost. And he is the only house down there. And so, you know, her claims aren't completely far-fetched. So I think Marylena is trying to get some rest, feeling agitated, feeling embarrassed, because she knows that she overreacted, and she knows that he probably isn't going to forgive her. She's in her head, and she's overthinking, as she does, and she just thinks that she made herself look so dumb that he just would not want anything to do with her. So we're going to let her nap for a bit, and then I guess some damage control needs to be done. All right, so Marylena is up from her nap and it's morning time, and she's just gonna go and grab some leftovers. She definitely did not clean up yesterday, so that's a mess. We're gonna just finish off this Nutella that we made. Seems like we don't have a lot of food left at home anyway, and I know she's wishing that she kept those lunch meat sandwiches that she gave to Akil, so she could actually have something good to eat. So she's eating her Nutella and bread and definitely regretting so much. I think first things first, she has to answer all of these missed calls from her best friend Levine, of course, because Levine was trying to call her basically the whole night, like, girl, where are you? This man has called me in distress, wondering where you are, and I don't know where you are, and it's pretty late. Like, what's going on? And I think Levine's also a little bit disappointed in Marylena. Like, you can't keep self-sabotaging. You know, there's not always going to be so much grace and so much second chances, third chances. Like, if you want something, you go for it. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But don't burn bridges. Don't self-sabotage. So Marylena is going to clean up her meals here. And hopefully she'll grab this plate as well. No? Okay. Clean that up too. And we'll just grab the other leftovers that are in the fridge. I couldn't tell what they were, but it also looked like some sort of sandwich. I think she needs some like better quality food in her life, because her hunger barely goes up. And he fed her, right? He made her some beautiful cultural food with beans and salad and white rice and all these yummy things. And yeah, so I think that we're gonna eat some more and then definitely call up whoever we need to call up. I think these are some croissants. All right, and so Marylena is definitely stalling. She does not want to call anybody. She's embarrassed. She feels nervous and sad, so she's cleaning up. She took her shower and used the bathroom, and she rolled a want to get engaged to Akil and to get married as well. So we know where her heart's at. I think first we'll call up Levine. This is what happened yesterday. This is why I was not answering. And Levine's gonna be like, I know, girl. He called me and I went over there thinking I would catch you in time or find you on the way, and I didn't. She's like, what? You went all the way over to the edge of the city? And I was like, so what happened? And she's like, girl, we drank beers and waited for you to come. Waited for you to come back. I blew up your phone like crazy, texting you like crazy, telling you to not get lost in the nighttime and just go back and go safely. And you ignored all my texts. And she's like, Levine, I was literally hurting. He had another girl in the house. And Levine cuts her off. And Levine's like, you know that Catherine wasn't about to do nothing. You know that Catherine is going through a lot right now. You and Catherine are friends. And you know that Catherine stumbled into his home. Akil isn't that type of person. And she's like, he's not a family man. If he has a woman coming into his house, he probably didn't even go on the trip that he told me he went on. And Levine's like, Marylena, do you actually believe that? Do you actually believe yourself, or is this just you self-sabotaging again? And so Marylena is, you know, you can't get too delusional, because your friends will always keep you in check. And so Marylena's like, you're right. I know that he's not that type of person. Honestly, we've become so close in the short time we've known each other. I know that he wouldn't do that. I'm just nervous. And Levine's like, you can't keep doing this. Like, figure out what you want and go after it. But don't make people feel like every little, negative circumstance is their fault. So it is Sunday. I think what Marylena is going to do, what do we think she should do? How should she, approach? I kind of feel like cooking is her love language. So we're going to make her serve a breakfast, and it's going to be like something really lavish. And I think she'll go over to his place and bring it to him as like a peace offering. Let's do something really delicious. Like those Japanese souffle pancakes sound really good. Serve a breakfast, Japanese souffle pancakes. Yeah, let's do that. But let's go over to his house with our peace offering, and let's try and see what he says, and hope that he doesn't totally think Marylena's crazy and doesn't want anything to do with her, because her reactions were definitely quite extreme.